Hey everybody, thought I'd provide a layout update. And as you can see, things are looking a lot more green and a lot less brown. I had to rewatch my last video to remember what I talked about, and so hopefully I don't repeat myself. But yeah, here we go. So I added the station building. This is a model I've had since I was probably about 11 or 12 when I originally tried to build my first layout. At that age, I was not skilled enough. Well, debatable whether I'm skilled enough now to be messing with this kind of stuff and make it look good. But it was definitely not skilled enough to build my own layout back then, so I'm trying it again now. I think it's coming together a little bit better, but it's kind of a basic little kit. It's sitting up on some leftover foam that I had, so you can kind of see it's up off the elevation there. The water tower is also another model I've had since I was about 11. Besides that, we've put in a lot of grass, which has really greened up the place nicely. And I guess a little bit of ballast here and there. Just a little bit right there. I've done the back here a little bit. That's actually still drying. I did that earlier today. And a little bit under there since it's harder to get at. I have been experimenting, yes, with kind of different ways of doing this. I know a lot of people will, I think, spread it out, spray it down with, what is it, wet water, which is basically water and dish soap to break the surface tension that causes the water to settle into the grass. And then you cover that with like a 50-50 mix of water and glue. I have been just putting down like a layer of 50-50 mix water and glue, kind of spreading that out with my hand because I'm too lazy to go buy a chip brush, and then sprinkling the grass on top, letting that dry, and then vacuuming off the excess. That being said, it creates some weird results. As you can see, like there's kind of some spots here where it doesn't totally dry in. There's that occurred. I'm not really sure what happened there. I must have just swiped it in a weird way. Same thing with little sections up here. When I vacuumed that up to kind of pull away all the excess, that section apparently didn't dry, or no glue decided to sit in those little divots. If you decide to go this route, it's okay. I would use a brush to get a lot more even spread. I would not recommend using spray adhesive. I thought spray adhesive would be a good idea. It is not. It ends up with very gross, kind of very uneven looking results like this, where after I sprayed adhesive all over here, shaked out the grass, let it dry for what the recommended drying time was on the adhesive, and then went to vacuum it up, and it just started clumping up here. You get this kind of weird, kind of almost sparkly way it dries, and then it just comes off in chunks, and it doesn't really look great. I've also found that using the wood glue I have ends up with this kind of weird white film. I think it's because I've been using wood glue and not like a clear like Elmer's. The same issue happened up here by the little vinery or grapevines. So it's kind of a problem. But yeah, I'm now out of grass, so I'm going to try and go back, focus in on filling in the ballast on the track. Still need to do all of this section, pretty much all of the maintenance track, all of the stuff going back in there. Portal still needs to be done, all of that track back here, and then yeah, that'll be about it. I think a lot of this, oh, and then of course the retaining walls and everything, and I'm hoping to fill out an absolute ton of this with just a lot of trees. I remember reading a magazine on garden roading a number of years ago, and it said that one of the important things to do on your layout is that the train should disappear every so often and then come back into view. So granted, we have the tunnel portal on the bottom for the bottom balloon, but you know, having it kind of obscured by the trees sort of in this corner, and then maybe as it goes through that switch there and you know, towards the back would be kind of neat as well. So I'll with a little bit of luck have another update video out fairly shortly. Hope you're all doing well.